To begin, I request all of you to keep the phone on silent mode. And good evening and a warm welcome to all who have gathered here. And also this press conference is being live streamed on our YouTube channel, PIB India, and all other social media platforms. So we welcome all those who have joined us through our online platforms. Today I'm honored and privileged to welcome the team of the Malayalam movie ARIYIPPU, that means declaration. It was screened under feature film section of Indian Panorama, and I'm very happy and proud to say that this is the 8th screening of the film in such a prestigious film festival. It was premiered in Locarno Film Festival, and it is after a gap of 17 years that an Indian movie is being screened there. Then first let me share a few points about the movie. Then we will see the trailer. Afterwards we will hear from the creators themselves. The movie is the story of Harish, played by noted Malayalam actor Kunjaka Boban, and Rashmi Bai Divya Prabha PG, who is here with us. And they are an immigrant couple from Kerala working in a medical gloves factory near Delhi, who aspire to go abroad for a better life. During the COVID pandemic lockdowns, when an old video resurfaces, or I would say a manipulated video clip among the factory workers, it opens up a Pandora's box that threatens the couple's job and marriage. Basically, the film deals with a socially relevant subject of our times in the information technology era. Also, it is a powerful film on the complex theme of a man and woman relationship. Now let me introduce the team. We have with us the director, who has also written the screenplay, Sri Mahesh Narayanan. Mahesh Narayanan is a film editor, writer, director, cinematographer, and producer from Kerala. He's known for his noted movies like Take Off, Malik, Malayan Kunju, and See You Soon, among others. His films have been screened at Locarno, Moscow, Rotterdam, Goa, and Shanghai Film Festival so far. And next we have with us Shebin Bakker. He's an award-winning Indian film producer with over a dozen films like in Malayalam like Take Off, Charlie, ARIYIPPU, then box office grosses like Thanirmathan Dinangal and Super Sharanya. Many of you might have heard about all those films. Then we have the lead actress, Divya Prabha, who has acted in many films in Malayalam and Tamil. Some of them are Take Off, Nidal, Tamasha, among others. Then we have Sanu John Verghese, who is a cinematographer like with the noted films like Badai Ho, Wazir, Vishwarupam, then Malik, Take Off, and there are so many. So now let us play the trailer.
நாளை காலையில் ஒரு 10 மணி வாக்கில் மேடம் ஆஃபீஸ் வருவாங்க. அதுக்குள்ளே நீங்கள் 2 பேரும் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணி யோசிச்சு வச்சுக்கோங்க. என்னை மாட்டிக்கிட்டு It's me.
Thank you. So now we will hear from them what they have to say about the movie. So first, Mahesh Narayan sir.
So thank you, IFFI. This is my second film in IFFI, and So, I don't know whether how many of you have seen the film yesterday. So, so we have only one screening this time. Mic is on. Hello? I'm audible? Yeah. So this is my second time in IFFI with my second, this is my fourth film, but my second featuring here in the Panorama section. So, I don't know how many of you have seen the film yesterday, but I'm happy to take all your questions. So as the synopsis said, I don't have much to say about the film. So it's mostly a migrant story. So, you know, it's about labor class, deals with marital problems and everything. It's shot in the pandemic, and it speaks multiple languages. It's not about a Malayalam only film. It has got Malayalam and Hindi, also a bit of Tamil and other languages also. So this is what I call the pan-India thing. So let's give it as an open discussion. If anybody has to have any kind of questions, please shoot. I'm here to answer. Thank you. I think it's better if you have a Q&A kind of a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. That is always better. So. Yeah, please.
Mahesh, what are the pertinent questions that this film is raising? Can you?
Have you seen the film?
No, I didn't get an opportunity to.
Oh, that is a problem. Like, you know, when you watch the film and then ask this question, then that is a relevance here. Like, you know, earlier days in my IFFI days, like, you know, people used to watch the film and come and ask questions. Like now, when I'm addressing a crowd who have never seen the film, then what is the point in me answering any of the questions? So, like, you know, you can like at least you have to. There's an opportunity to watch a film. Then if that is an interactive thing, then I'll be happy.
Having seen the film, it will be good if you can about.
I think the synopsis is mentioned, like, you know, as she said earlier, like, you know, everything is written in the synopsis. That's what a filmmaker gives, and then that's a trailer which is given out. So my films are all mostly on migration. If you take, for example, my first film, I don't know whether you've seen many of my films. So
Take Off, I have seen.
Okay, so yeah, so my most of the films are mostly on like I like this migrant diaspora working from Kerala, like, you know, moving abroad and you know, for the sake of better living. So end of the day, it's like I normally do with the working class. So, you know, here also it is more on the lower middle class people, like, and also, like, you know, skilled laborers working in factories. So how the pandemic treated them, and how situations change with certain delicate problems what happen in their life, because you know, it's more about the visual language of the film, because first time I'm mostly shooting a film entirely in Delhi, north of India, and for me it's like, you know, I can't treat this film only as a Malayalam film. That's what I mentioned earlier, like, you know, it's there is no scene in this film shot in Kerala, so it deals with a Malayali couple, but the thing is mostly we've set in a different place. So it's an alien landscape for them. Like, there is a clear divide there. So they are within it there. For them, it's a transit area. Delhi is a transit place because most of them are living there in like, you know, moving around and searching for visa places, and, you know, getting any kind of offers from travel agents and recruiting agencies and all. So, you know, for them, it is like, you know, 6-7 months of hardship. So what if pandemic also hits them, and how their life is put into a tragedy is the main point behind the film.
Thank you. One more question, sir.
Yeah.
Your last film was released in Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And this film is, I believe, it is going to be released in Netflix.
Netflix, yeah.
So
yeah.
there's some people have this opinion that these OTT platforms are going to be the death bell of traditional cinema theaters, and some believe that both these platforms are going to coexist. And I want to know your take on the subject.
No, it is definitely going to coexist, because, you know, earlier days independent cinema or independent filmmakers didn't have a choice. Like, you know, I don't know whether you're familiar about old 16mm filmmakers. When we used to shoot, people used to shoot in celluloid and all. It's like, over there was only one Doordarshan who was taking their films. Now it is like, you know, platforms are there, many platforms are there supporting them. So one way or the other, it is a filmmaker can exist through certain platforms. But I'm not saying that every platform is taking all the films. That is also dependent on the kind of actors they have, or the kind of feasibility they get it through the kind of business how they portray, like, in terms of financing and budgeting and everything. So end of the day, filmmakers has to survive one way or the other. Definitely it's going to coexist, but larger, collective viewing is not going to end. See, the beauty of a film festival is the collective viewing. So, the main problem for me is, like, it's very difficult to make a film in digital. Because theatre, it's okay, at least a group of people have invested some amount of time to sit in that specific screen and to watch that movie. But for digital, they have multiple options. And they have their biggest tool called the remote. Where they themselves are the editors. They can forward, skip, rewind, and do anything. So, it's challenging for, filmmakers to do films for platforms now. Any other questions, if somebody has seen the film?
Yeah, well, I wonder, first of all, congratulations on your film, all of you. But I wonder why you keep this condition that you would welcome questions only from those who have watched the film.
Certainly, because I believe this is kind of a press conference where, there is a Q&A which is happening always. Yes, this is not my first time in IFFI. So every time when I come here, like, I often get films, I interact with people who have seen the film. So that's the discussion, right?
Yeah, but...
You're a journalist?
Not.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Partly yes. Yeah. I'm a civil servant. But see, basically, don't you think, you said that the beauty of film festivals is the collective viewing,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So wouldn't you like to consider whether this dialogue which we are having in this room is also a part of this collective experience and could also contribute to or be even considered an integral part of the screening and the experience of the film?
Certainly.
So
this is actually supposed to be an extension of the film.
Yes.
It is actually an extension. Like, people are watching a film, and this is supposed to be an extension of that. Like, people are interacting. So some media people are asking me questions, so I'll answer.
No, actually, not just media people.
Huh?
The
other people also.
Festival delegates, all the festival delegates.
Certainly.
I would request Ms. Divya or Sanujon to have to add what you want to say about the movie, please.
I mean, as Mahir said, it would have been nice if. It's a film which explores a language which is a bit different from how we ourselves have shot our earlier films. So I've been part of that. That was my role in it, to find a language which works for a story like this to be told. And we knew there's no music in the film, so what I do kind of would set the mood for how the scenes are. But then how do you explain it? That was the effort on my side, but. And I'm very keen to know whether that went through. So I'm very keen to know that reaction. And this is one of the few screenings. This is the first screening we got in India where we had a crowd which is from all over the country. So the next festival it would be more of a Malayali crowd. So it's the pleasure of the guys who made the film to kind of get that bounce back from people to see how they reacted to it. I can just say nice things.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
Yeah, please.
You said your film was shot in Delhi.
Yeah.
So how was it different from shooting in Kerala or other parts of the world vis-a-vis Delhi?
Delhi, first of all, good people, but bad weather, the pollution. Because people will feel that the visuals will be looking like misty thing and all, but it's not about the mist. It's about the where pollution. That people are not understanding. And we're shooting there during the second phase of the pandemic. So, you know, so it was pretty difficult. And that too in a gloves factory and with, like, you know, workers, skilled workers, and then, you know, shooting in the road and everything. So it was very tough for us. But yeah, since it's made as an independent cinema, it is like, you know, we do with a limited crew. It is all like, you know, like, and I'm not a person who doesn't speak Hindi also. Like, I speak Hindi very well, so not a problem for that. The film speaks actually multiple languages, as I said earlier. Yeah.
Any more questions?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so I understand that the couple get into trouble because of a manipulated video. What difference would it have made if the video was something which was leaked but not manipulated?
No, that you can only know when you watch the film and then raise the question.
That's the whole film.
That's the whole content of the film. Na? Like, you know, if you watch the film and then you are asking a question, then it makes sense for you.
Okay, thank you.
If there are no more questions, we'll wind up the press conference.
Yeah, that's it.
And thank you, team.
Thank you so much.
ARIYIPPU.
Thank you.